The internet is probably the greatest piece of technology ever invented. You have access to an abundance of information, entertainment, and tools just by being able to access the World Wide Web. And while the internet may be a great thing, it's also not the most secure thing ever, especially when so many sensitive facets of a person's life, such as a bank account, are managed online. This means that we should take measures to secure ourselves online, because with more and more sensitive things being managed online, something awry happening online will have a tangible impact on us in real life. So how do we stay safe online? Well, the path to online security begins with the devices we use each and every day. At the heart of those devices is the operating system. Every device that you use has an operating system. In simple layman's terms, it's just the software that you use to do every single task. It's essentially what makes your device tick. Popular operating systems include iOS for Apple smartphones and tablets, Android for other smartphones and tablets, Windows for laptops and desktops, and macOS for Apple laptops and desktops. And there are also other operating systems that we won't go into in this video. Seeing as an operating system is essentially what makes everything you do on your devices possible, it's important to keep it protected. So how do you do that? Well, this is where antivirus software comes in handy. Commonly known as just antiviruses, antivirus software can help protect you from viruses that may be lurking in the wild of the internet. Antivirus software is available from any app store or through the antivirus manufacturer's website. And while you can spend money for an antivirus solution, there are good antivirus programs available for free, such as Avast, AVG, Kaspersky Free, Avira, and Bitdefender Free. And for you desktop and laptop users, you may also want to invest in an anti-malware program, as they search for different malware instead of viruses, which is a type of malware, like an antivirus would. An anti-malware program, such as Malwarebytes, will likely catch some of the things that your antivirus may not, and that's why it's handy to have one at hand. Popular anti-malware programs include Malwarebytes and Spybot, Search and Destroy, among others. Now that the first step has been cleared, the second step has everything to do with you, or rather how you manage your passwords. If you use one password for everything, or if your passwords are weak and easy to guess, like password123 or your name 123, then I suggest you stop using the same password and change your passwords. Also, don't write down your passwords on a sheet of paper, because that's also insecure. Instead, try a password manager. A password manager is essentially a service that makes secure passwords for you. You can download it in the form of a browser add-on or an app. How does this work? Well, to begin, you make an account with the password manager service, and the password for that account sort of acts as your master password for all other online accounts, such as your Facebook account. After you've made an account with your password manager, whenever you visit a website that asks for a password, the password manager service will then ask to create a secure password for that account. It will then secure that password and use it anytime you visit that website or app again in the future. Some popular password managers include LastPass and Bitwarden. Since you're trusting a third party to keep track of your passwords, I recommend not putting super sensitive information into your password manager. I still have to remember like 3 or 4 passwords, but otherwise I'd have to remember like dozens without a password manager. Here's a little truism for you. Your security is only as good as you. You may have the best antivirus and or the best password manager, But if you're not careful about your browsing habits online, then all of that might as well have been for naught. If you're not practicing safe browsing, then you are not safe. Here are some good browsing habits to practice in order to stay safe online. Number 1. Do not click on anything you're not familiar with. This includes unsolicited emails. Also, emails or text messages or social media posts from quote-unquote friends telling you that you've won something or that something embarrassing has happened to you and that it's on video. Hackers will often use their accounts to send you things like this. They'll use your fear to get you to click on a malicious link disguised as a video. And trust me, when you click on that link, there's no video. It's just a link to a virus or malware. A good way to tell if a link is one of these quote-unquote videos is that they'll often be sent to you kind of like this. Is this you? Check out this video. It's embarrassing. Or something along those lines. If you're unsure about a certain link, you can always input that link into a website like VirusTotal. Although this doesn't work with every link, so just make sure you don't click on any link you're unsure about. Also, be on the lookout for suspicious emails that try to impersonate a company that you're familiar with or a service that you use in order to get you to click on a malicious link or input sensitive information into their webpage. These are called phishing emails or phishing websites. Hackers will often make a convincing looking email or even a web page that looks just like the real thing. They'll try to get you to either input sensitive information into their fake website or get you to click on a link that'll then download malware onto your computer and then execute it without your knowledge. These are some of the most dangerous attacks because of how convincing some of the fake emails and web pages look. For example, this Google sign-in page looks just like the real thing, but it's not. I'll put a link in the description explaining some tips on how you may be able to identify a phishing scam. Don't worry, this isn't a phishing scam, I promise. Number 2, update your software. Keeping software up to date can be annoying, but it's crucial to your safety, as software updates include fixes to vulnerabilities in software that hackers could have used to exploit in order to get your information. Software isn't perfect, but updates help patch up some of those nastier imperfections in software. Number 3, shop safely. Online shopping has become the norm as of late, with more and more people doing their shopping online than ever before. When shopping online, always look for the HTTPS padlock at the left of your web browser's address bar. It should mostly look like a green padlock, although it can look a bit different in other web browsers. Clicking on it should give you information about the security of that website. Never shop at a website that has just the HTTP instead of the HTTPS padlock in the address bar. The S in HTTPS stands for secure, meaning that no one can see the data you're sending over that connection to that website because it is encrypted. Whereas on a website that only has HTTP, your data is being sent over that website in plain text, meaning that anyone could see that information either on your end or on their end, or anywhere in between. Number 4, do not share things online that you wouldn't want anyone you don't know to see. Sometimes we have the tendency to overshare, and when it comes to the internet, that could be a bad thing. You should steer clear of sharing any personal information, such as your credit card number, ID, driver's license, home address, or anything of that sort, as malicious actors can use this to steal your information, or if it's a robber, break into your home. Always be cautious of who you share stuff with. Also, if you don't really know all of your quote-unquote friends on social media very well. And also have a public social media account, as in an account everyone can see. Then I'd also avoid sharing when I'm out for vacation, as this information can be useful to burglars to break into an unprotected home. So those are my tips for staying safe online. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.